I want to draw everyone's attention to recent actions here that have gone down in New Orleans specifically. But you never know. This could be going down in your neck of the woods. Somebody may have never seen it, did a story on it, and no one ever knew. But what's happening at this point is we all know that they've made schools an area that is basically a sitting duck zone, as you see here. It's an area where no one can possess a gun except for one of these guys with a shiny badge, which are never on the campus, that are never there, or are, like we seen in Cincinnati, the campus police pulled over someone and shot and executed Sam DuBose. But you see, when it comes to gunmen showing up on a school campus, that's why they become major targets. That's why theaters become major targets. Places that do not allow guns. Now, if people were allowed to privately carry, just one person, one righteous man with a gun can stop the whole situation. But that, in my opinion, is what they do not want. That's what they do not want. Because at the end of the day, all these shootings you see, school shootings and stuff that goes down, a high percentage of them are staged events. We've seen it time and time again. And, how about the commander down at that base in Tennessee that fired back at the suspect and got in trouble for doing so, got in trouble for having a weapon to protect him and his troops on that base. They can't even have weapons on the base. You wonder why bases are targets? Is it starting to make sense now? These are sitting duck zones. And what they're doing in New Orleans is basically going door to door, reminding people that you have no rights in these zones. For whatever reason, they're going out of their way to remind people, specifically when it comes to schools, that it is, federal law makes it an offense to possess a firearm within 1,000 feet of a school. What happens if you live 1,000 feet on the perimeter of a school? These are things to think about. Because if you do live within 1,000 feet of a school, and I'm sure some of you do, 1,000 feet from that perimeter, then they come knocking at your door saying you cannot have guns. You better think about that one. And it just goes to show that taking away the ability for the righteous man to defend himself is not the answer. I'm going to leave a link with more info. It's been Dabu7.